In this box is my entire mask collection. I've collected a lot of masks for use in the city since the coronavirus. I've got masks from Texas. This is kind of a rodeo one. I've got, of course, I have my Muppet mask that I wear. Let's see, I've got some masks from, I got my 4th of July mask. I've got a mask from friends of ours in Hawaii, friends of the Paulist fathers. This is from my great friend Ruth in Tennessee, who did a green bandana one, very East Tennessee. I've got masks of teams I don't even like. I've got the Mets. I've got the LSU Tigers. No disrespect to my Mets fans out there, but it goes on and on. And to me, these masks are signs of love from so many different people. On Facebook, not too long ago, I put out an appeal from Sister Margarita in the house. The Oblate sisters needed more masks, and we were deluged with masks. I've kept 10% of them. That's why there's so many here. But Jesus said, love your neighbor. And he said two things. Love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. And so when I receive these masks, I'm reminded of all those out there who are loving their neighbor. And we know that when we wear a mask out, as much as we hate it, and we all hate it, we're loving our neighbor, because we are not only keeping ourselves safe, we are saying to someone else, you matter. I wear the mask to keep you safe. God forbid I should have the coronavirus and don't know. Now, Jesus' disciples here, I say all that as a preface because Jesus dodged the question in this gospel that his disciples were slobs. They didn't wash their hands before they ate. They were doing all kinds of other things to violate any number of the Mosaic laws for purity and food protection. And Jesus dodges the question, which is a little upsetting during this time of pandemic when we're telling people to wash their hands and wear a mask. Jesus says it doesn't matter what happens. It's what's in the heart that's most important. And I know the Pharisees were asking this question as a gotcha, not so much as a public health PSA to be delivered to the disciples. That said, we're reminded during this day and age, as I reflect on all the masks from all the many people, and yes, if you still have masks to send to myself or the sisters or the fathers here at St. Paul's, we're happy to have them. We're reminded that we're called to take care of our hearts, to make sure those are clean, that we are close with God, that we're always in right relationship with God and neighbor. And then let our actions really reflect that, whether it's the mundane and hated wearing of masks, or it's something more significant, like reaching out to the poor or the needy, caring for the sick, visiting the imprisoned, clothing the naked. These are all ways in which we continue to be good news to other people. But it starts with the simple things. Wash your hands and do all those other things as well to keep yourself healthy, so you can be good news for other people. Jesus took 613 commandments and made just 2, but they're very important, and all the others are encompassed with them. May this Eucharist we receive this day, whether spiritually or in person here, remind us of God's great love, a love that we are to share in a healthy way as well.